Hi everyone, how's your day going? So I'm back with you for Book of the Week. And this week we do have a 5-star book, and Dudley is digging his little claws into my leg. So if I jump, you'll know why. Okay, so our 5-star book of the week is actually an arc that I got from Book Sirens. So thank you to them and to the author and publisher. And this one is called Off the Beaten Path, and it's the first in the Stone's Throw mysteries. And it was excellent. It's about Maudie Lorso, who's the park ranger of Stone's Throw Park. And she's, just heard from her boss, and it's, the boss is saying, like, we're going to have to do budget cuts, and we don't know if the park's going to be able to stay open. And so she's worried about that, but she's planning this, great beginning of the camping season weekend for, everyone who stays in the park, and trying to think of ways to raise money so they can keep the park going and she can keep her job. And then, of course, a tourist turns up dead in her park. So that causes a problem. So it's up to her. She's got a week before the park is ready to open. So she ends up helping the police to try and solve this crime. And the main reason she can kind of get away with that is because she has some authority as a park ranger, and then the police bring her on as like a consultant. So while she's working to discover all this, there's also a bit of kind of budding romance in the background, and that's interesting as well. But I thought the characters were great. She's got a dog named Martin Short, and I thought that was adorable. If you don't know who Martin Short is, he's a Canadian comedian and just a very funny guy and kind of quirky, so definitely would suit a dog. And so I thought the writer did a really good job with the characterization. Maudie was excellent. Her police detective friend was good. All the people in the village, all had that kind of cozy atmosphere to them. Some were kind of busybodies and others were, kind of older and had some wisdom to them, a bit of everybody. And what really drew me to it and what really brought me over the edge with this book to a 5-star is the fact that there were times, cozies don't get really creepy, but there were times when the suspense was really high in this book, and you really feared for the character's life. And so I thought she really did a great job with that. All of the different elements of someone being in trouble, how they're feeling, what they're seeing, there was a lot to that. And Maudie also has a lot of anxiety based on a past relationship, and so she does some coping mechanisms with that are a little unusual, so that's interesting. And then last but not least, the book had a very interesting twist at the end of it, enough to make it so I am waiting anxiously for the second book. So it was really good. Like I said, I'd give it 5 stars, and I'm not sure if it's out or if it's coming out, but either way, keep an eye out for it. And it's by Eloise Corvo, I think is the last name. Eloise Corvo. So it is a good one. So that is my 5-star read of the week. I'll be back tomorrow with everything else I've read for the week. And then it's going to be time to start thinking about September TBRs. And can you believe that we're practically there? So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope you get some sunshine where you are and get to enjoy it. Talk to you soon, friends. Bye-bye.